Everyone is waiting for the CEO's. He comes so they start the meeting. Where is the CEO? We are waiting for him from a long time. I think you don't. I mean, you don't like to do wait for someone. He is punctual person. He must have some work. That's why he didn't come yet. You don't speak too much. About to speak, Yoongi signed him to stay silent. He sits here with calm expression, and then a door opened, revealing a beautiful yet cute boy enter in the room. No doubt he is looking handsome. He sits in front of Yoongi. I make you wait long, Mr. Min. He asks Yoongi to take a deep breath. Yoongi, I don't think you have punctuality, Mr. Park, and if you want to run your business in future also, then you have to be punctual. Jimin, oh, I think you are here for deal, but I was wrong. You are here for telling me my future and giving me advices. Yoongi, a good and mature human always think about others. Yeah, yeah. How can I forget the great Min Yoongi? Yoongi, stay calm. Jimin, start the meeting. Hey, Senator Yoongi, stand up. Yoongi, your company is not enough. We do contract with you, so Mr. Park, as I said, if you want to run your company, you have to be punctual. I don't like irresponsible persons like you, so I don't stay here anymore. He said, and last time look at Jimin, who is staying him with, and you go from there. And also learn some, he said, and go. You, Jimin, no, Jay, no, we don't give them answer like this. He must, he parked Jimin, and now see what I do with him. He will come to me by himself. He said, and Tay look at him with concerned eyes. Tay, Jimin, let's do our work. He is not enough to do deal with me. He said and go from the tree sign and go behind him. Yoongi and Jungkook come. Yoongi sits on his boss's chair. JK, wow, Young, what you did? Yoongi, I didn't want to do this, but she make me wait. He think I didn't suggest him anything, and you know what? This is his biggest mistake he do. JK, yeah, and now we really don't do contract with him. Yoongi raises eyebrow. Yoongi, what you think, huh? Now I do contract with him. Never ever. I have self-respect first. I come here. And now I sent him contract papers. JK point Yoongi, now just wait and watch what he do. JK, yeah, he must do something in answer. Yoongi smirk. Yoongi, let's see and listen. Some of our brands are not giving us profit. I check their records, close their brands, and make a new design. In this year, we launched a new brand. JK, what? How can we? I mean, if we do, Yoongi come home, he see Jimin sit on the couch, he smirk and went to him. He sit in front of him, Jimin see him and roll his eyes. Yoongi, what happened, Mr. Park? Jimin, go from here, otherwise it's not good for you. Yoongi, don't you like to being from me? Jimin here is stand up. Jimin, what you said, huh? It's your Mr. Min, what you think about yourself, huh? You go like this, you are savage, you don't have courage to face me. You don't have ability to do work with me. That's why you go by yourself. And you know what, Mr. Min Yoongi, I will tell you, I will make you what you did, just my words. He said while showing his small finger. Yoongi feeling so. Yoongi, you Jimin, what you think? You didn't say anything to me because you are the one who lose the you are the one who lose the. Remember one thing, Mr. Min Yoongi, people wants. His such both glare at each other. Yoongi, go from there. Jimin, I will not leave you, Min Yoongi. He said and see his mother. Come, Mrs. Park. Jimin, son, you come. How's your deal? Jimin, I will talk to you later. He said and go, Mrs. Park. What happened, huh? What happened with him suddenly, huh? Leave it. I don't know about his mood. She go to do her work, so now I speak. Yoongi and Jimin both are cousins, but also from university. Jimin come in the room, he calls someone. Jay, yeah, Jimin, you call me, everything is fine. Jimin, Jay, how much contracts we have now? Jay, we have almost 4 contracts and one is Mr. Lee contract he offer. Jimin, we signed the contract with Mr. Lee. Jay, what, Jimin? You know about his attention well. Still, Jimin, I do business with him, so what's the problem? Do you understand the meaning of partnership, Jimin? Jimin, I just want to show that Jimin Yoongi I'm busy. He's nothing in front of me. Tay, I understand you, Jimin, but still think once again, Jimin, you know Lee offer is profitable for our company. Tay, and about you, Jimin, I'm not kid anymore. I don't skip from anyone, so you understand. Call them, said fix the meeting with them. Tay, then we sign the contract in tomorrow conference. Jimin, conference soon. Okay, I understand. You prepare everything. So yeah, I mean family park, family stay together. Everyone sits in the dining room. Yoongi come, he sits on the chair. His mood is fine. Jimin come and sit in front of Yoongi, greet everyone. When you both are silent today, Jimin look at his granny and make up out. Jimin, no, I am not. Granny, it's just I'm thinking. Yoongi, no, Granny, I'm totally fine, Granny. Oh, okay, Dad, I don't get the contract. Mr. Min, why any reason? Jimin, I was Yoongi. He was late and I don't like irresponsible person, so I didn't do contract with them. He said and start eating Mr. Park. What is he saying, Jimin? Jimin, Dad, we still have 4 to 5 contracts. Mr. Park, I'm not talking about how much contracts we have. Why you come late? How can you run a company like this? Mr. Park, it's already he's still kid. Mrs. Park, it's alright, he's still kid. How can he handle the businessmen who have so much experience? Yoongi, it's alright, Uncle Auntie. Such na, he is kid, Mr. Park. What, Jimin, you really disappoint me, Jimin. Chad, listen me at least, Mr. Park. I didn't want to listen anything. We have to open our new branch. Jimin, Dad, please don't talk in front of him about our business, Mr. Park. Jimin, behave yourself. You have to ask from him. Take advice from him what is good in business or not, and you are telling don't talk in front of him. It's enough for Jimin. His eyes become teary. Jimin, I'm sorry. He said and go from the Mrs. Pai. Jimin, son, listen, you also stay silent. How can you call him like this? It's alright, he's still kid. He will also learn. Mr. Park, if I call him now today, he realized Jimin come in the room. He sits on the bed. Tears roll from his eyes. Jimin mind. He always do this with me because of him. Dad, in front of everyone. How can Dad do this with me? Huh? I never get a contract. He is saying like this. It's just I don't want to do contract with him. He didn't tell them what he did. Huh? Now I will make my company high. And what Dad said. Huh? Learn business from him? No way. Dad don't know him. He's a and I never learned business from or like him. He crying and then he feels someone beside him. He look up and sees mom. Jimin, mom is Mrs. Park. You know your dad, right, son? Why are you leaving your dinner? Jimin, mom, I do my best and I didn't become late intentionally. My London clients call me. They said they want some files. Now what I do? Huh? You know. Jiminy don't said like that. Huh? I'm just thinking you guys are together from childhood. Still all this. Why? Jimin, because you don't deserve to be my friend. Mrs. Park. Okay, okay, now stop crying. See his mom. You so much, Jimin. I have doubt is really mean auntie real. Mrs. Park, is now do dinner. Jimin, I don't want to. Mrs. Park, do your dinner. I have to give Yoongi also. He didn't eat anything. Jimin, add some also. Mrs. Park, Jimin, don't said like that, okay? Jimin always asks Jimin whatever. Mrs. Park, do your dinner and sleep, okay? So the conference held in Yoongi office. Everyone sits on their seats. Yoongi also present there. Jimin come office early, so Yoongi see him. And now he didn't see him from hall J. He don't know why, but he is feeling for Jimin. But he didn't say anything. And now also Jimin is silent. He is looking like a gentleman. Mr. Chu, thank you so much for this conference, Mr. Min. Let's start then. Okay, so let's start from our company as we are thinking to open new branch in Singapore. So as everyone know, our brand is so highly profitable. I don't think we have any brand which is not giving us profit. So here we want a partner who help us and we think to do contract with Mr. Lee. His such make Yoongi shocked. He looked at Jimin, whose eyes fixed on JK, is this? He mumbled, Mr. Lee, really? I'm so glad you think about my offer, Mr. Park. Jimin, thank you so much, Mr. J, but I decided and now I finalized everything. He said, and Yoongi eyes widened. Okay, no, he is this. How can, but how can he let him, how can he let him this everyone know how much leads he think and look at Jimin, so I do contract with them. Yoongi, okay, so Mr. Cho is well experienced businessman. He never gave you wrong advice, so you think about his words. Jimin, Mr. Min, you no need to tell me what is good for me or not. Okay, I decide, so it's mean I do, Mr. Lee. Oh, now I think everyone have problem if we do contract. JK, what is happening here? Kim Taeyang meets me. He messaged him and says, guilty. I don't know why he's doing all this. Jimin, take contract papers, sir. His and Jimin try to freeze hands, but she can't. Everyone leave the room one by one. Only Jungkook and Jimin Yoongi left. Jimin, what are you doing, Mr. Min? Leave me, Yoongi. What are you doing, Jimin? Jimin, Park. It's Park for you, Yoongi. I don't know anything, Jimin, and don't tell me it's Park or Jimin for me. Yoongi, it's Park or Jimin for me. What are you? Don't tell me. Jimin, what I am doing? Yoongi, seriously, you are signing the contract with Lee? Jimin, it's my company and my decision. I don't want someone interfere in my matter. He said and gave him glare. Yoongi, listen, Jimin, I know you are at me. Cut off by Jimin. Jimin, who you are, huh? You are to me, huh? I am at you. Yoongi, try to understand. He's not. Don't do this contract, please, Jimin. Jimin, I already decided. Yoongi, please, Jimin, try to understand. To do contract with you, I said everyone I do mistake and now I am accepting my mistake. He said, Jungkook shocked. JK, what you do with him all this? Train now Jimin don't do anything, I hope so. Jimin is also shocked with Yoongi saying, Jimin, no, I don't. Yoongi closed his eyes in order to calm himself. Jimin, try to understand. It's not good. He's not good person. Jimin, only you are good here, Jimin. When I said this, you do contract with Mr. Wang, Mr. Kang, Mr. Choi. I don't have any problem. Not him, please. Jimin, I do contract with him and it's final. He freeze and Jimin, here we go, sir. Please think once again, Jimin. If you want, you can stay here for forever. He sudden Jimin and Tay come in the office. And Tay, Jimin, listen him please. Jimin, you don't know about his plan. He think I can't do anything without him. It's his biggest mistake, Tay. But everyone know about Lee. Jimin, I'll know Tay and don't worry. I will be careful. Nothing happens to me. Tay, but Yoongi Young offer is more profitable for us than Lee. Jimin, no, it's not time to think about this. He said and Jay nodded. Jimin sent contract papers in his company. I don't want to come here. Oh, okay, that's good. He said and go Jimin mind somewhere he's right. But now my self-respect is more important to me. You just see me, Yoongi. You will of what you did, huh? He said and start to do his work. He don't know Yoongi is doing everything just for him, so he don't do contract with Lee. Jimin come home. Yoongi also enter behind his see Yoongi and roll his eyes. Everyone is so happy. Jimin become confused to see them. Jimin, what happened, guys? You were looking so happy, huh? Mrs. Park, Jimin, my son, I'm really so happy. Jimin smiled. Jimin, tell me, Mama, why, Mrs. Park, we finalized you with someone. He said, she said. Jimin smiled, fake. He looked at Yoongi. Yoongi is shocked. Yoongi, what with whom? Mr. Park is my friend's son, Sohyun. He is so good, but I know him from a long time, so we decided to do there. And Jimin, he also like it from a long time. Yoongi look at Jimin, whose eyes is shining. Yoongi, watch, how can you guys decide? Mr. Park means Yoongi, uncle. Look at uncle, how can you do this? Yoongi, Jimin, speak something. Tell them you want some times. You want to meet him. You want to understand him. First, how can and after that direct. Jimin, I am ready to do it for everything. He said, and Yoongi is shocked. He stays silent and go from there. Mr. Park, I said, Nam, he is my son. He said, yes, of course. Why? He said, no. Soin is a good boy. Yoongi don't understand all this. Yoongi, how can he didn't do anything? How can he didn't do anything? He didn't such anything. Moreover, how can he is ready for Granny? Yoongi, you have any problem? Mrs. Min. Why he have any problem? Why Yoongi? Yes, why would I have? I am happy for he go from here. So it's here I live here peacefully. He said, and Jimin come in the room. He sits on the bed. Tears roll from his eyes. He can't believe his life is playing with him like this. He opened the drawer and see a picture of the bird. Tears roll from his eyes on the picture. Jimin, how can I accept someone? Expect you tell me how can I do this? It's impossible for me. What's happening with me? Only me. He is crying and sits on the ground. Jimin, you leave me, that's why it's all happening. How can you do this with me? If you don't me, you tell me. And then he heard a knock on the door. He thought he thought his mom come. He placed the picture in the drawer and locked the drawer. He wiped his tears and what she see an unexpected person. Jimin, if you are here for making fun of my situation, then you can go, please. Yoongi entering the room, he locked the door and turned. Jimin, I know you don't like him, and also you don't want to do all this. Jimin, you don't know anything. With these teary eyes, Jimin, oh, you want they do my in front of everyone. I said no, huh? Like I said no. They listen me and said them no. You also know by yourself very well if dad said something he do, no matter what's the situation. And now he said he do my with his friend's son. Now he do. Yoongi, so what time accept everything, Jimin? I have to, Yoongi. Is it so easy for you to accept all this? He said and hold him by his shoulder. His eyes is also due to Jimin. Yes, I accept, Yoongi. Oh, really, huh? Now I only see how you get with him. Jimin, what you want and tell me what I do. I don't have any option. Expect this. Yoongi, you have. Jimin, what tell me? I go and said no, or I said I have. Yoongi, I am with he said, and Jimin looked at his expressions. Give me answer. Give me answer. And also, Park Jimin, remember one thing. If you said no, you don't want to accept my situation, then I do with you on point. No one can stop me. So here I am giving you offer. I don't let you. Jimin, why? Who are you to me, Yoongi? I am your biggest. How can you spend your life happily? I will make your life hit set. And Jimin look at him. Jimin, I thought you think about me, Yoongi. Seriously, no, it's never gonna happen. So think by yourself now what you do. And you know very well, Yoongi has its own way. Jimin, for a second, I think you are thinking about my good about me, but no, you are still that much. Yoongi, thank you so much. Think fastly. He said and go from his room. Jimin locked the door and signed. What you do now? He know Yoongi very well. If Yoongi said something, then he do. He's more stubborn than his dad. He's stuck in the situation now. What you do? Next week, everyone sit in the dining room doing breakfast. Yoongi and Jimin also available. Mrs. Min, Jimin's son. Jimin look at Mrs. Min. Mrs. Min, son, you don't go office today. Yoongi look at his mom. Jimin, but why? Auntie, I have meeting today. Mrs. Min, sir, it's coming. It said Jimin looking at Yoongi, who is looking calm. Jimin, but Auntie, Mrs. Min, it's okay, sir, son. Jimin nodded and started to eat slowly. Jimin mind, but I am feeling scared him, huh? he can't do anything with you. And today you won't go office, so he didn't tell you, he didn't talk with you. Everyone is doing their breakfast. This is the first time Yoongi do his breakfast properly. Mrs. Min, wow, I'm amazed today. Yoongi look at his mom. Yoongi means, Mrs. Min, this is the first time you ate your breakfast properly. Yoongi, oh yeah, because I don't have to go office today. He said, and Jimin looked at him. Mrs. Park, where? I thought to take leave if you such I go. Mrs. Min, no, no, it's alright, you no need to go. She smiled and Yoongi looked at Jimin who is trying him. Yoongi, so Mr. What you think? Jimin, Yoongi, please don't do this. Yoongi, what I am doing? I did nothing. Jimin, stop all this. Yoongi, give me answer. Jimin, you will. Yoongi, it's on me, right? So tell me, what is your answer? Jimin, please, Mrs. Park, Jimin, son, come here. Yoongi, I want you in car within 2 hours, otherwise I know how to take you. He said and go from there. Jimin, son, Jimin, what he is doing? And this suddenly what happened with him is just doing he don't want. I spent a life happy with Soyeon, or there is some other problem. He himself confused why Young is doing all this. You can give him answer of his every question. He said and son. Jimin is with his mom and Mrs. Min. Mrs. Min, Jimin, what you wear in evening? You decide. Jimin, I cut off by Yoongi who just entered in the room. Yoongi, what is happening here? It's so boring to stay at home. If I also have, then it's not right, mom. Mrs. Min, oh, now you want someone, so whenever you stay home, you don't get bored. Yoongi, why I want anyone when I have Jimin? He said, Jimin asked, but then look at him. And Yoongi eyes is on him. Mrs. Park and Mrs. Min look at them. Yoongi, who feel bored when he's in front of him, is such make Jimin san in real life. Min, uh, Mrs. Min, now stop this game, okay? See, now Jimin go, so you spend together, so you spend time together, so you miss each other good words. Mrs. Park, yes. Yoongi spend time on right, so Jimin leave him, auntie. What you are asking for? Mrs. Park, sometimes I feel like you are not happy by this decision, Yoongi, and who I am to decide. Huh? I am happy like you are asking if I said I am not, you cancel this. Mrs. Min, Yoongi, what are you saying? Huh? You are behaving changed today. Yoongi, whatever. Jimin, come with me. We have to go somewhere. Jimin, huh? Where? Yoongi, our university friends want to meet us. Tea and cook are also present there, so let's go. We come before evening. Yoongi, no, I meet them on some other day. Mrs. Park, it's alright, Jimin. Go and meet with your friend. It's been a long time when you meet with them. I know, so go. He said you guys come before evening. So it's okay. Go, Jimin. I come after change. Yoongi, it's okay. You are fine like this. You are fine like this. Come, come. We don't have time. Jimin, Yoongi, please, Yoongi, let's go. Jimin come downstairs. He see Yoongi already sit on the car waiting for him. Jimin went to him and sit beside him on the passenger seat. Yoongi sit well. Jimin, listen me please. Stop all this. What I said in home. How all this happened? Yoongi went to Jimin. Went to him. Jimin stopped. Yoongi looked at him. Both had eye contact with each other. Yoongi tried the seatbelt and back his sit on his seat and start driving. And here Jimin is trying to control himself. He don't want Yoongi got to know. Yoongi, why can't you stay silent? Jimin, how I am? How, you are not ready to listen me. Yoongi, let me spend my life, please. Yoongi, no way, you are stuck with me. You stay with me. Yoongi, so what? This is not real at all. It's just a contract, Jimin, and I am not understanding why you are doing this contract, Yoongi, because I don't want to see you. Jimin, look at me. Really, what I expect from you? Yoongi, yes, you can't expect anything from me. Uh, uh, expect which is unlimited for you in my eyes and life. He said, and Jimin looked at him. Jimin, oh really? You are the one who me. You are the one who wants contract, and you are the one who wants. Where is my choice? Huh? I didn't decide anything. Yoongi, I give you time, but you didn't decide. Jimin, time. Wow, you gave me choice on which way I want to get with you, right? Yoongi, so it's Yoongi, so is not it's enough, huh? I give you choice. Jimin, why you meet that much Yoongi? Is it true? Jimin, I also don't know why I'm doing all this. It's just I don't want someone else to get you. And all the if it's because you are my or you are my Yoongi, Jimin, Yoongi, I am asking from you. Yoongi, stay silent, don't speak, Jimin. Why don't just because you don't want to see me with someone. Here, it's enough for Yoongi. He stopped the car and turned toward him. Jimin see him. This is the first time he becomes scared from him, but he didn't lose his confidence level. Yoongi, yes, because I don't want to see you happy with someone. I don't want to spend your life with a person like him. I do with you and then leave you. I will as you you didn't even go to know what happened with you, Jimin. What is my fault? He said his eyes become teary. Yoongi look at him. His heart is clenching. Jimin, what is my fault? Tell me. Just because I'm you are doing this. If I don't want to with you, then I don't want to do with him also. I am stuck from both sides, Yoongi. So it's not my Yoongi. So it's not my office best. Jimin didn't say anything, and Yoongi know the answer of the. Yoongi know what is the answer of the silence. They reach and finally Jimin accept. Now Yoongi won't listen him. Jimin, Jimin, you set everyone in home. What is all this? You give the answer of the question. Understand? Yoongi, no, I will not. Jimin, stop. Yoongi turn his same and raise his eyebrow. Jimin, what then? Who give? Yoongi, Jimin, are you? Yoongi, that's not problem now. Jimin, he don't know what to speak, and then his eyes fell on Tae and Jungkook. He went to Tae and hugged him. Jimin, Tae, you are here. Tae, what is all this? Jimin, you didn't even tell me. Jimin, how can I tell you, Tae? When I also don't know anything, JK. Well, Yoongi is far better than your. Jimin, how you know? JK, I just know, bro. Don't you see him? He's the perfect person. Jimin look at him and then roll his eyes. Jimin, I think he's. Jimin, I am happy. At least you are with the what I did. They are saying right, Jimin. Oh yeah, I know how much right they are saying. Yoongi, if you are here, then we do our work. Jimin, how can we do? No one is here. You are finding me, son. Jimin, see father, he boy at him. But always be happy, son. Yoongi. And now any problem still, Jimin, you will on your decision, Min Yoongi. Yoongi, I will see later. I will not. Or let's see who. JK, all okay, guys. Now stop, please, and stand in front of each other. Yoongi, wait, Park. Jimin, contract. Jimin, yeah, give me papers. Yoongi, give him papers and pen. And Jimin, about to sign. Yoongi, wrong attempt, Park. Jimin, how can you sign a contract paper without reading? You are still businessman. Jimin, don't doubt on my skills. It's not about business, okay? He said and give him clear. Yoongi, well, whatever. Sign the papers. Sign the papers. Jimin still. For Park Jimin, did you accept Min Yoongi as a Jimin? I do. Min Yoongi, did you accept Park Jimin as a I do. Both there is Jimin. There is no need of for this. You both are partners from now. He said, and Jimin passed a smile to the father, and then he turned. He said and cooked. Congratulations, Jimin, for what? Just seriously, bro, Jimin, this is not real at all. Leave it, Jungi. Now let's go meet your soon to be. He such make everyone shocked. He such make everyone shocked. Mm-hmm. I hope so you guys like. If you like, then subscribe and also tell in comments. Bye bye. Take care of yourselves. And so many of my viewers requested me to complete my stories. So I complete after this one. Till that, take care of yourself.